Tampa Preservation, left the country, came back. Now I'm on the board of the Center for Architecture and Design. I was asked about 8 seconds ago to make this introduction, so we'll do it in 30 seconds. Today you're going to hear from Rachel Radawec, who is a muscle with the Downtown Tampa Partnership, Tampa Downtown Partnership, and Linda Saul-Sena, who was a city council member for 20 years, but her real claim to fame is that she went to Seabourn, Gorey, Wilson, and Plant with me.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Rachel Radawec. I am with the Tampa Downtown Partnership, but more importantly for today, I am the president of the Center for Architecture and Design in Tampa Bay. And we are so excited to be in front of you. Thank you so much for having us. I knew coming into this that this was the right audience for us, but after hearing everybody's community announcements, I just want to say thank you for all the work that you are putting in to make Tampa the thriving city that it always has been and it's continuing to be. So I'm going to let Linda introduce herself, even though I think everybody here knows her quite well.
I'm Linda Saul-Sena, and I want to recognize we have a number of Center for Architecture and Design board members in our group today. I'd like you all to raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you'll hear all about it, but I want to thank them all, as well as all of you, for being here this morning.
So we are not a new organization. We kind of have our roots starting back in the 70s, and I'm going to let Linda talk to all of that. But I want to start by, how many of you have heard, before you got this email, about the Center of Architecture and Design? Okay. How many of you guys know about AIA Tampa Bay? All right. Okay, that's not surprising. About a 50-50 split. So I appreciate that. So the Center for Architecture and Design, which I am going to call CA&D to make this a little bit easier moving through the presentation, is a not-for-profit arm created to complement AIA Tampa Bay. We are a 501c3 that is the community outreach to provide design accessibility to the community. And so we are working as a non-professional group. I cannot stress enough, our focus is on the community. That's you guys, that's your neighbors, that's students, that's people that live way far away from here and don't even know about these neighborhoods. We want to make sure that design is accessible to everybody. And I want to make it clear that we don't just focus on architecture. That's kind of our bread and butter, but that's not the only thing. We want to make sure everybody is aware of the design community as a whole. And our mission is to promote the power of design within our communities. And we do that through 3 main focuses. Historic preservation, which is really on point here for this group, sustainability, and the value of design. And that means that what we are putting into our communities is of a certain standard. So we want to make sure that we are educating everybody and providing resources that are available so you can learn as much as you possibly can.
So when we got started, in the board 70s, not many folks in Tampa other than professional architects were talking about design, but a grassroots organization founded by Vivian Salaga and Jim Abel and me and a couple other folks got together. We advocated for saving buildings, painting what we called in those days super murals, and that organization, the Tampa Community Design Center, helped people who couldn't afford professional architects. So we did, a church here, a women's center there. We helped with folks who needed professional help in the design realm. Community Design Center was up, was down. We educated people. We had a number of activities, but over the years, everybody got really busy with their own firms. And then Vivian and John Tennyson, her husband, morphed this into the next phase, which was the Tampa Center for Architecture and Design, TBFAD.
No, Tampa Bay Foundation.
Tampa Bay Foundation, which then morphed into TBFAD. So this idea of, in the way that lawyers do legal aid, we were doing design help in the community and being advocates for design. Well, our latest incarnation is the latest, greatest. It's the Center for Architecture and Design. We are opening our headquarters in this spring on Howard Avenue, And we are open to each and every one in the community who's interested in advocacy for different design issues.
So before we became CA&D, there was the Tampa Bay Foundation of Architecture and Design, and that's where the 501c3 was established. We had been hosting a large community event, which we still continue to do, which is Tampa Bay Design Week, and that's where we create publicly facing events where we invite the community to come in and learn about design, because I can't say this enough. That's our purpose, is to educate the community on design work. I'm gonna say it a million times so you guys know that. But it was a better opportunity for us to have that 501c3 created. There's obviously a lot of benefits that come with that, but a lot of you in this room probably know one of the biggest is you're eligible for a lot more grant opportunities. And we all know that money is how we can provide things to do, provide events in the future. So that's the 501c3 was created, and then we kind of went through a branding exercise. We wanted to make sure that it was something that was, not a mouthful for people, but also was reflective of the center that we will have where we invite the community in. So something that I want to talk about is kind of our relationship with AIA. I touched on it a little bit. AIA is the American Institute of Architects, and it's a national organization with a Tampa Bay chapter, and we are supporting and complementary to them. So they focus on the profession and the world of architecture, where we are community facing with the programming. We will be operating out of their building in West Tampa, which is a beautiful neighborhood for the center. It is going to be it is a historic designated building, or we're going to work on that.
It is.
It is locally designated. We're really excited to be in the neighborhood, but the big thing that we want to be able to do is to bring the community and provide a lot of programming. So we actually kicked off that starting in January. We had a wonderful tour of West Tampa put together by Manny Leto and Linda and Harriet. We had a sold out crowd. I think we had 25 participants, which if you guys have ever been on a walking tour, you know that is plenty. 27. We let a couple of people sneak in there. And then I will actually be hosting one in February for downtown. It'll be kind of a Riverwalk-led tour focusing on architecture and design. We plan to, since it was so wildly successful, host a tour of some sort every single month. We're going to focus on the third Saturday from 10 a.m. till 12 p.m. So come out and join us. We have flyers on the tables for everybody to see. We have a couple of other programs that are coming up. We have our candidates forum coming up as well too. We will be at the Gasparilla Festival of the Arts. A lot of you people are all in the room right now, so we'll be seeing you guys again later. And then Tampa Bay Design Week, which is still one of our main focuses as an organization. We have a couple of different ways to be involved. I'll talk about the committees and then I'll let you talk about our membership. So we have 3 or 4 committees. Our committees are not exclusive to our board. We openly invite the community to come and join. We would love for you to join, but we have a communications committee, we have a governance committee, we have an advocacy committee, and then we have a programming committee, which I chair. They take a lot of work. I think you guys have all been on a committee, you understand, so it's always nice to have outside ideas and outside help.
And membership will be something that's open to everyone in the community and your energy. So, for example, our advocacy committee decided to step up and support Hyde Park and their expansion efforts. And now that that's been successful, we have a little bandwidth to support other good community initiatives that are affected by design. We're also supporting the replanting of Kylie Garden, which is a lot to take on, but we are committed to that. So we all appreciate beauty. We're in this beautiful room. We care about Tampa, that's why you're here, and we can use your energy, ideas, participation, and spreading the word. The Candidates Forum, the Sierra Club is doing different organizations are doing candidates forums, but ours is focused on design, architecture, neighborhoods. City Council makes the rules for land use and zoning, and that's why it's so critically important to get, and they said it's the CRA, that's why it's so critically important to get their input as potential candidates, as potential members of the City Council on their commitments to architecture and design. I'm going to have sign-up sheets after 9 o'clock. We'll go downstairs if you're interested in getting more information about CAD, or you can go on our website.
Yes, the flyers that you have all the social media handles, our website as well, so we do invite you to be involved. You do not have to be part of the design profession to be a part of the organization. We invite everybody and anybody with an interest, so please feel free to reach out with any of your needs. I just wanted to add one thing to the presentation.
I would like to
Let me
just
give her the
remind
microphone.
everyone
Wait a second.
that several years ago, we established a link to Amazon.com where if you purchase anything on Amazon, you go to Amazon Smiles and tell them to they will donate a certain percentage of the cost of your purchase to your organization.
They discontinued that.